Everyone to the home game of Promethea versus Málagα. We have today the head coach from the visiting side, Mr. Navarro. Thank you very much for being here. And from the player side, we have Mr. David, correct? So they'll speak. We'll start with you, so we can let you go back to your teammates, and then we'll speak to your head coach. Just some questions, just to get the discussion going. First of all, congratulations for this great win and for your team moving on to the Final Four. Your team is on a great roll. You had an amazing season in the BCL, but also at home, you're sitting at the top of the table. Looking maybe back 6 to 7 months, could you imagine, were these the targets for your team to have a deep run in the Spanish League as well as the BCL? And how was tonight's game? How does that tonight's game fit in the overall puzzle of your whole season?
Yeah, our goal for the season was obviously to make a run in both, but I think we learned the hard way last year that you don't win anything by getting to where we are now. You know, we get first place in the ACB and nothing come of it because there's still plenty of games left and playoffs after that, and then you don't get a trophy for attending the Final Four. You've got to actually win it, and that's something I think I speak for the whole team that's still got a sour taste. Like I've been thinking about getting back to the Final Four since we lost against Bonn last year, and it's just like singular focus on that. So I'm extremely happy to be back to that, and yeah, just got to keep pushing.
Okay. Regarding tonight, what do you think in your mind as a player, what was it that brought your team to this great victory? What were the maybe 3 points?
I think we kind of struggled with our maybe execution or focus in the first half, and they're a really good team and they're extremely capable on both ends of the floor, so they took advantage of all of our mistakes. And then in the second half, we really executed the way we usually play, kind of up tempo, harder defense, and pushing the ball, getting rebound, and getting out. But that's kind of, we played maybe 20 minutes of really good basketball, and that's not going to be enough to take home any prizes. So we got to put it all together.
Do we have any more questions from the press? Okay, thank you very much. Mr. Players, I'll let you go. Okay, Mr. Navarro, the floor is yours. How was the game? Sitting on the sidelines, obviously. You've had an amazing season. Congratulations for tonight's win. It seemed, if I may, that every time Promethea would make a mistake, you would just bite. Does that make sense? Like, you would make them pay for every mistake. And that was an amazing feat tonight. So how was the game from your side?
First of all, congrats Promethea on the great season they had. They showed in the top 16 that they are a team, a club with a big soul. When everybody thought that they were out of the quarterfinals, they have a great run at the end of the series, and it's a team that got our respect because of how they play, the heart they play with, and the culture of basketball of this club. I think that yeah, it's one way to see it, but I think that it's also an issue about the deeper roster we have. I think that they have too many players over 25-30 minutes even, and it's not easy to play against our up tempo, but we need to control the defensive rebound to do it. Something that we couldn't do it in the first game in Malaga, and I think that we did a very good job there. We controlled our turnovers, we provoked their turnovers, and we could run. And maybe it's that point of view that when they make a mistake, we buy them, but it's also about the tempo and the deeper roster that we have.
So maybe last question from my side, in your eyes, was the tempo of tonight's game way different from the first game? Like in the first game, it seemed that you could go much faster, especially in the first 2 quarters. Tonight the tempo was much slower in the first 2 quarters, and then it opened up in the third and fourth.
I think that our energy was much better today than in our game in Malaga. This is clear, and I think that the only point in the first half in Malaga was the difference of the accuracy. accurate because we made good shots and they missed good shots. And that made a difference, not because we played better than them. It was the point about accuracy. The second half they had better energy than us, but we had 20 points different that we were able to manage. Today has been a different game. I think that they started with great shots, get goals, attacking more inside. We prefer them to go inside rather than shoot threes. It's a team that got over 32 3-point shot attempts per game. We are used to play against 25, 26 in ACB. The team that shots mostly is Manresa got 32, and Promethea got sometimes even 40 shots. So we had to limit those shots, limit the good ones, and that's one of the main things we did. It's at the 6 of Hale, we control Reynolds, we control Cowan, we control Hamilton. This was a key. On the other hand, they made some easy shots in the paint, but our game plan was to limit the good shots for the 3-point line.
Well, that was very analytic. Thank you very much for that good answer, easy answer. Do we have any more questions from the press, or we can let the coach go? Okay, coach, thank you.
Thank you. Best of luck.